Okay, we should be live now. Let me know whether you guys can hear me. Am I being heard? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know. Can you people see the screen? No, I'm gonna be sharing this to Telegram. To the Telegram, guys. Make sure. So, how are you guys doing? How was trading today? Hope market treated you all nicely. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So, what space were you guys looking at today? So now, yesterday when I came here yesterday, I mentioned about we was holding a good setup right here, which from the 15 minutes time frame, this is what we had that yesterday. I was telling you guys that market moved 1:2. Then I told the guys on Telegram that they should break even, the trade. So down to this zone, and and to reward ratio completed today. Oh, good. Right here. Let me know whether you guys can hear me. So 1:2 ratio now. Then my USD JPY trade. What did we have today on USD JPY? What did we have today on USD JPY? Go to the 2-hour time frame. So if you have any question, drop it at the comment section. I'll be answering every question. Doubts gonna be cleared. So USD JPY right here. We open Telegram group. So Yesterday I was talking about December trading, that I don't involve in December trading because of December used to be a bad month. So this is first time I'm trying December trading, and this is supposed to be my worst month in trading. Then actually this is not my worst month. Like what I say that is my worst month is people's best month in trading. What I call my worst month in trading is other people's best month in trading. This is not from a place of bragging, it's just from a place of lessons. So now in finding what works in the market for you. So now let's trade out to Telegram. So as you guys already know, I've been trading for Telegram since last year, but I've not been posting consistently. Of recent, I then started to post consistently this November. And if you can, when you enter this group now, you can go back and check all our trades, find the win rate, find the win rate, and find the risk reward ratio. Nothing less than a 2 RR. And you see whether if you're taking trades from here, whether you by now you must have grown your account. Now can you see what that we've been having multiple wins? Just when you enter this group, go back and check. Now I want to focus on this, how I was able to catch this trade. USD I talked down today that this USD this is a zone we are looking for sales once an entry signal is seen. So what? So these are multiple trade setup we were able to catch last week and this week as well on USD. So now um now this zone right here now, zone are marked out from the 30 minutes time frame, more like a fair value gap. So I didn't see any entry signal and I didn't take the trade. Take the trade immediately. This is it. If we wanted to take the trade immediately, can you see how we would have lost this trade right here? We would have lost this trade right here. Then, so now let's go back to our goal setup. So gold. Now, this setup was sent out when this goal setup was sent out when December 16th. December 16th is when. I'm coming, guys. Why can't I scroll up faster? December 16th should be when. Yesterday, I was like, I first of all told them that. First of all, told them that these are gold buy zones today. Once it forms, I'm going to be sending you guys to start buying here now. Then I then this was when I told them buy gold now. In each one of these guys who made then in profits, and guys being in profit, market was declining first. So this is what I was talking about in yesterday's life now. Yeah. Trading is the only venture out there that allows you to be a loser first. Will you be able to 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 calm yourself whenever you are in loss? Will you be able to see your money? Okay, here in Nigeria, if you lose, if you go out there now, like you went out to buy something, are you losing? You do things in the finance, convert it to naira or convert it to any of your currency. The power this thing has, the ability to make you, and also the ability to take you from grace to grass. But is the only virtue that has the ability to for you to lose first before you will start winning. Can you see how we're in losses now? Someone out there now, once you see this now, can you see that market already came to stop us out before going in profit? It means that if you are trading, let's say you are making like uh, $1,000 from this trade now. Okay, let's say you are making $500 from this. Can you see that you've already gone down to like you are losing naira? That's why you see this now. I'm to start shivering in this, which we, can you see market eventually came now, loss and moved in profits. So now, and can you see how market was spiking to the upside? Now, people spike void, be neutral. Don't be excited about loss. Be neutral in the market. Have any feelings, whether you know all these feelings that we are talking about is feelings of not only loss, bad side. We're also talking about feelings of good sides. Once can you see if once you're overexcited, the market is moving in your direction, you are attaching yourself to the trade now. Can you see the market actually, which was where we are at last night set stream. Let's go to the 15 minutes time. Up down, make you happy, make you sad, make you happy. So when you realize this, is it not better you detach yourself from all this? Do what? Um, before when I told them to break even this trade. So I'm looking for when I okay break even if you haven't. Okay, I told them to break even if you haven't here, right here. I reminded them that we are still holding the top for today, right here. Before we move to a take profit level, before we move to a take profit level, when I enter the market, simple structural bias, daily bias, those two things. So here is my valid low. There is another valid low right here. So we are initially, I was initially waiting for market to drop into this each of this level before moving to the upside. Again, in fact, currently now we are drawn. That's what we call structural bias. We are drawn. We are drawn to this level. So currently now we are still drawn to this level. Price is like a magnet. It takes one side of the liquidity and it moves to the next side of liquidity. It means that what I'm expecting tomorrow from gold now is what, can you see we are at what, premium now, right here now. Premium right here now. So what, we could start looking for sales from here down to what I call liquidation level. At the 4 hour time frame, I don't use other blocks. Other blocks are inaccurate most times. There are so many other blocks in the market that once you're able to use these liquidity levels I use, that you minimize it down to lower time frame other blocks. You push. So currently now we are looking to be drawn to this level now. Then again, what, we don't predict the market. I give you market scenarios. Also, we react to the market. Now, most traders when they come into the market, they approach, first thing what they do when they approach the market is, let me know whether you guys are hearing me. Let me know at the comment section. So now when people approach the market, first of all, they approach the market with number one, fear. what was this fear that we're talking about? Fear number one is fear of them losing their money. Probably when wait, you're saying you cannot hear me now. Can you hear me now? Saying that the connection is strong here. So once they come into the market first, what is fear? They want to fear of losing that particular market they use in coming into the market. Then the second kind of fear is the fear, greed fear. The fear whether today am I going to make enough money? Can you see now that you're I told you that market taps into your emotions. Can you see that your emotions are being corrupted in the sense that in that way now, remember your whatever you think turns into an action, and market will give you back whatever you put into it. I see that now that you've you've told the market this is what I want, and your brain will now do everything humanly possible to achieve that. In the sense that market might not be telling you to buy, but because of you are scared that you want to make so much money. Probably you want to sort out a bill. You want to sort out a bill. Can you see that you start taking setups that are not yours? You start ignoring rules. Probably, let's take for example now this up here. Now market starts coming down for us, coming down for us. Now because of you are scared what of loss, or you are scared you want to make more money in the market. Can you see that you what see? Let me exit this setup, and can you see how market will came back up and take you to profit? So this affects your ability to win each day. That's why when you know a particular strategy, that's why a strategy have two outcomes in the market. Strategy, and you have a different outcome. That's why being mentored, this is the difference between being mentored and being taught how to trade. Being mentored is when I talk about being mentored is when you are one side of the bridge, and there's a river to the other side. There is a bridge crossing or passing through a river. Now, me as a mentor can me as a mentor can come and tell you now, just don't look down so that you not be scared. Just cross the bridge and move to the other side. Can you see that I've given you instructions how to do it? But do you know that you can actually be as easy as this currently sounds, as easy as this currently sounds to cross the river? Can you see that once you start winning in your way, in the sense that you might start feeling having fear that trembling, filled with so much emotion that you would make a failure and slip out from the bridge. And let's say that at that stage, let's take another scenario that you are at the bridge, middle crossing, they start having so much amount of wind coming through. Can you see that the mentor actually forgot that side of the wind coming through for you at that river? Not that he did it not that he did it um, not that he did it intentionally, but he did it because of mentor have actually experienced each one of these things, that when he is actually there to guide you. Mentorship is someone holding you by your right hand and following you to cross that river. That's what mentorship is. So now, can you see now? This is your something is teaching resonates with your style of trading. Blow him up. You don't necessarily have to pay for his course. When I was starting off as a trader, I blocked this guy. I blocked Jeffrey Benson. Not but because of his currently that time, his style of trading didn't resonate with my own style of trading. So if you currently have any mentor that 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 you don't resonate with as well, you should go ahead and block me because of whatever that is happening at your environment. I was telling I earlier this December we took one particular loss. Let me see whether I can find that loss. Let me see whether I can find that loss. That was when I was telling the notes that we don't trade at December period. Let me see whether I can find that loss. So I don't hide anything. I post my wins and I post my losses as well. I told them I took a loss. This is the trade this morning on Go Setup, but we are still trade for the month. What's one of the messiest months now? Now, what this thing here? I blew 3 of my Profirms account in my life. Happening, I exceeded the maximum like daily something that was happening in my account. So because this particular trade, you see that I was sounding a little bit emotional. Let me see if I can get this message right. I was sounding a little bit emotional. Let me see, it's not this. So normally I don't get affected by trade setups, but this particular trade I was affected because of I had something going on in my life that needed addressing. I want you guys to read the message. So, hi traders, I took a loss this morning on gold setup. We are still up for the year. All went wrong. Not in December is one of the messiest months to trade. If you watch my videos, you know how I preach about staying away August and December because of the holidays. Not trading is trading to protect capital and profits. So I will still be posting the trading insights here, what to exploit. I won't take the trades, and I suggest you either not take these trades this month or reduce risk exposure. I'll be posting more to expect each day for all pairs. So I was so emotional right here. So now, what? But I didn't allow this affect my ability to post the real setup. So the rule I actually broke was daily maximum loss limit. That's the rule that I broke. So it was not that the trade wasn't right, it's just my ability to execute it. So now, and can you see from that time, we're having back to back wins, back to back wins. I'm going to be showing you each one of these guys. Don't worry. So let's start with trades of last week USD JPY. So currently now, this is USD JPY. Can you see currently around for a 1:4 risk reward ratio. This is another setup. This is all these trades from last week. This is another setup 1:3 risk reward ratio right here. This is another trade right here 1:2. And can you see if I extended this guy now? If I should extend this guy, it could be 1:5 risk reward ratio. And since then, we've not taken any USD JPY trade apart from I marked out this zone to be retested. So again, this is another zone I'm looking out for. Could be tomorrow when we get here. But I don't buy sell immediately. I could be looking for candle ratio right here. Or change instead of delivery right here. So now let's look at the first setup. I'm trying to look for the trade. Okay, I've gotten it. Yeah, so hard to find. So now this is December 5th of December. This. So I told them we're waiting for USD JPY buys at this other block right here. I also give them what I'm expecting for gold that particular day. Then this was when I told them USD JPY. So now when I send out the trade, this is the entry, this is the stop loss, this is the take profit, and this is the break even level, the place where it gets to. You should you should you should get to that level. So Clifford said was the Clifford Amo Clifford. I didn't say I was looking for sales tomorrow. Chill. Let me finish explaining this. I will talk about the direction of USDJP. We all expect USDJPY tomorrow. So now this was when I sent out the trade setup. Then this is when it was moving almost at first take profit. Moving. This was when a call here. I told them move your stop loss to break even. Can you see we follow? This is a rule based system in the sense that we follow rules now. Systematic. If you come to my website, you know how I talk so much about rule based system. This allows you to what it does it allows you to cut. Okay, I've come to realize that it makes you make lesser amount of mistakes. Even in psychology, trading psychology, in my mentorship, we talk about rules. Which one of the rules I gave them that whenever you are experiencing the ability that you want to make a specific amount of money, that let's say you come into the market that morning without a clear mind, stay away from the markets. Don't trade. Trading 100 percentage of the time or 95 percentage of the time we make money when we are not trading. In fact, trading we come to execute. We can be waiting for a setup for like 5 hours, 1 day, 2 days before we finally execute. So once you have you want to be great, you feel that emotion. First of all, you have to start telling yourself the truth until you're able to make your unconscious self conscious. I used to tell people that your subconscious self is not real, but it has the ability to come and once a while and influence your conscious self. Your subconscious self don't know the difference between right or wrong. But whatever you feed into it, that's what it produces for you. It cannot be able to differentiate what's good or what's bad. But whatever you give it to it, it will swallow. And once it swallows it, once a while, it comes to influence your decisions. So once you've started, you've gotten everything out there that trading is something that you come a month, 2 weeks, you are seeing those profits and the rest. But can you see you fed your subconscious self that trading is all about making money? And at the end of the time, what it comes to influence your decisions in the market. They've taught you how to trade, you know how to trade. It comes to influence your decisions in the market in the sense that someone that bought from here, stop loss below here now, he's targeting here. Can you see that once market is going into profit, I told you guys that we break even here. We break even here. Can you see that the person will not want to break even when market gets here? So what you are seeing here is when market go here now, if you are not able to, you don't hold yourself properly. Can you see that you probably, if you don't break even here, market can come and stop you out. Now you are turning a losing trade into what? A losing one, which it didn't happen in this scenario. But I'm telling you, scenarios it happens. Take for example, last week we took a break-even trade. I sent it out here, break even your trades. But you see people what that didn't, in fact, you see people that in that group that didn't break even their trades. Can you see that even though I've told you what to do, that you still decided not to do it? Everything, the execution is in your own hand because of what that thing I'm talking about, being neutral in the market, in the sense that market have been going into profit. And this today now you wanna let's say um you wanna make so much amount of money from the market. You want to make so much amount of money from the market, and market have already given you I'm gonna be I'm gonna Yasin, I'm gonna be giving you direction what we expect from each one of these guys. I'll talk about other pairs, but I want to finish explaining this particular trade and we head on. So because of you've told yourself that you want to make money that day, you will not break even. Can you see the market will come what? And you, rather than making or avoiding losses, that you are losing again in the market. And can you see how the market went towards 4 risk reward ratio? Now, overall now, USD JPY, USD JPY is in a downtrend. In a downtrend. But what if it's in a downtrend? People used to say out there now that follow the trend. The trend is always your friend. Your friend. What happened today? We are in a downtrend, but market moved up. So necessarily, you don't have to care about the trend to take trades. Yeah, trading in direction of the trend makes your trades a little bit a higher probability setup, but you can catch setups. So now I was talking about what makes this a downtrend is we came and broke this my valid low here now. Valid low here now. So this becomes my valid structure high, here becomes my valid structure low. So now this is that same liquidity level that I was talking on gold right here. Then now structural bias is very very important in the sense that, let me delete this, in the sense that currently we are in a downtrend, but still took buys because of what? Magnets or markets broke here now. We have what? Another block. We have another block right here now. So it means that markets can initially take buys. If you watch one of my videos, I say ICT's ABC move. This is like it. ABC move. Market came, took out the internal, the the liquidity that swept this valid low. Now, can you see that when markets took it out, it came back, retraced here, and it started moving up. So now, I knew that this level, I, I knew that this level is what? This level is a magnet for price. And we are currently at this zone here now. That we can take buys to this zone. Can you see how I took another buys to this zone? And can you see that this zone, that exactly this zone that I marked out, how price action once it got there with 4 hour liquidity level, it started pushing down. Started pushing down. And when it pushed down now, what's another 2 risk to reward ratio here. So now what we currently expect from USDJPY, this is answering one of your questions right here now. So this is answering one of your questions. What we expect from USDJPY. So what we expect from USDJPY? USDJPY is in a downtrend. Don't necessarily mean that we are gonna be selling. What? What can you see now? It have gotten to what? This is an order block right here. So now, what? Tomorrow we determine whether tomorrow we determine whether I'm gonna buy. Well, I'm looking to buy tomorrow on USDJPY. Can you see that I'm in a downtrend, but I'm buying because of what structural buyers. So I'm looking to find buys to buy. Then tomorrow we present his buys. Then another scenario, what market could what clear this level. This is I'm giving you what we expect a little bit from now to next week. Market could retrace 50% of this movement, a little bit above it. Can you see we have 50% of the movement, or a little bit above it right here, before finally pushing to the downside. But tomorrow I'm expecting buys on USDJPY, unless something changes in the morning. I'm looking for buys on USDJPY properly. Now let's look at gold. What I expect tomorrow on gold. Then we'll talk about BTC USD, S&P 500. So now gold have gotten to a high right here from the 4 hour. And you can see currently we are rejecting off that 4 hour. So if we should close this day a little bit below this candle, around this candle, which is relation block here now, I'm gonna be looking for sales on gold by tomorrow. So now what I'm expecting in the market on gold is, let us sell down to this 4 hour liquidity level right here. Right here. Then another scenario, I give you scenarios in the market. If we break above these highs now, when we break above these highs right here, tomorrow I might be looking for market to continue going up for a while before I can sell back to this 4 hour liquidity level. 4 hour liquidity level. Quickly clear up this. And let's look at BTC. BTC USD. BTC. Crypto. BTC USDT. So Bitcoin is currently at $85,695. So now I can see this range here. Just because, forgive me, because of we broke this structure here. Let's look at the 4 hour. No expect from the 4 hour. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. This is my valid high, so we've been constantly maintaining a valid high right here. So now Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Currently now we are drawn to this low here. Draw on liquidity is where market is likely headed to next in the market. It's just like when you are in Nigeria and you want to go to the United States and you go to the airport and you board a plane. You are heading, tell them that you're heading to the United States. The United States is your draw on liquidity. So here is Nigeria, here is United States. I want to head here. It's a draw on liquidity now. So if I want to rearrange this structure, this is how it will look like. This is how it will look like now. This is the range right here now. So now we are expecting what long term 1 week to 2 weeks right from now. Let Bitcoin move to these lows. Then now, and then let me currently check what the daily is doing. So now, tomorrow, if I'm sending out any BTC trade, I'll be sending out a sell trade. So we're looking for sales. First of all, it's in direction of our everything is aligning. It's in direction of our buyer. It's in direction of our trend downtrend. Our bias is was bearish. Structural bias is bearish. Then, but candle range theory wise, we are still bearish. So sales. If you're trying to get a buy, not currently. Is there any second scenario that we can expect? No. If market currently from now moves we past this level, I'll be expecting buys, a short term buy tomorrow. But it will not go up too much, it will just go up small before returning back to this draw on liquidity again. So but currently if we continue from here going lower or we return this price, tomorrow I will still be looking for sales on BTC USD. So that's it for BTC USD. Let's look at S&P 500. S&P 500, which one do you guys want? S&P 500 or US 30? Which one should I do? I'm waiting. Okay, let's go with S&P 500 for now. S&P 500. So S&P 500 is, should I say, is a stock or what? Is the measure of the top 500 companies in the United States. So Aleke said US 30. So let's just finish S&P 500. Then we'll move to US 30. So now S&P 500 is a stronger company than US 30. S&P 500 for 30 years now have been giving an annual return of 10% each year. So it means that 10 to 11% approximately. So it means that if you're someone that you have a large amount of money, you don't want to work, just putting your money on S&P 500 gives you 10% return of your money. This is where generational wealth are being built, in the sense that generational wealth is when you don't have to work. So before you can make money. So now people don't understand how valuable their time is. We have 3 assets to 4 assets. Your time, which is equals to your attention, your energy, and money. Then if you don't have money, each one of these guys can be interchangeable with one another to get what you want. If you don't have money, you can exchange your time for money. If you don't have energy, you can exchange your money to buy back your energy. If you don't have time, you can change your money to buy back your time. So what S&P 500, investing in S&P 500 does is you are trying to buy back your time, which the rich understands what their time worth. So now your life moves in direction of whatever shit you give your attention to. If you give your attention to bad thoughts, your life will move in direction of those bad thoughts. If you move in direction of if you give your attention to good things, your life will move in direction of good things. That's why when you're having a bad day, you will, if you've experienced this, drop it at the comment section. You see that you continue having multiple bad days. Let's see, probably you went out there and you you wore a fine clothes that you just bought, new suit, and as you're going, someone from somewhere else just immediately poured tea, coffee, as the person was rushing to your clothes. You say, God, I'm having a bad day. Now that spoils your mind. Now, can you see that? Next, you will tend to, something will tend to happen almost immediately. You say, what did I do wrong today? Things are just going in a bad way because of energy attracts itself. Currently, that time you don't control your first thought. And this is one of the techniques I teach my students. You don't control your first thought in trading, your first bad thought, but you have the ability to what, control your second thought, So once you that thing poured on you, you tell yourself, you don't engage it. Once you've realized this, you just push it away and you move on. Focus on good side of your life. So now back to S&P 500. Can you see that since what 2022 now? I told you this have been moving up for 30 years. Return now. But market has been in an uptrend. But try to buy these assets now. Let's say you're a day trader, you want to buy. Is the market come to stop you out? So now currently we have, let's say, a range that we could be consolidating. So there are strategies that work best when market is consolidating, and there are strategies that work best when market is when market is trending. So now we have this range. Currently now market took out a liquidity of this particular range here, right here. So let's say we are heading down for a while. Probably in next, this is what I'm telling you now is probably what we're expecting next 1 to 2 months from S&P 500. Or we can what again retrace what 50 percentage of this movement before what climbing up. Now let's see what the 4 hour has. What does the 4 hour have for us now? Sorry. Let's see what market did here first so that we can be able. So in trading, we understand the past so that we can be able to define the future. Can you see how trading resonates with things that happen in the past in our life? In life, you have to actually understand your past so that you can be able to tell your next steps, your future. If you spend too much time in the past, in each one of that, let's you spend too much amount of time in your past, or you spend too much amount of time in your future, you will not be able to create a future for yourself. So you have to be able to what go to your past, learn from it, not carry the weight, take a lesson from it, leave the weight there so that you can be able to define your future. The future is being defined in the present. What you are going to be in the next 3 years is what you are actually giving your time and attention to. So if you're giving your time and attention listening to better traders, what it will be your life in next 3 years. Then fear of each one of these guys, fear of the past um is it trauma or what? But fear of the unknown, of fear of the future is anxiety, fear of the past is trauma. Both of these guys currently affect the present in the sense that it can cripple you to making decisions. When I lost those accounts, because I was telling you guys that I lost accounts, not because of I exceeded the maximum loss, but it was just the maximum loss of that particular day because of I had personal issues happening in my life. One trade took these accounts from me. So now, what? So we've been coming down right here, induce this level, came down again. Again, induce this level, came down again. So now, so I'm explaining what we expect from USDJPY tomorrow now. So now, induce. Ah, mm, so so this is our liquidity zone here. So this is our counter trending liquidity level. Now, so now we are drawn to each one of these guys now, these two zones here now. So I can take a sell from here. I don't people do tell say out there you almost lead in an inducement zone. In my trading strategy, we use inducement zone, but not every time. If you're taking this setup right here now, but initially we can take a sell from here now, which I don't advise you do immediately. Like this to the downside. We don't but use inducement zone every time. We use certain criterias. Now, what now? We could be expecting sales here. Then again, markets can move. I like giving scenarios what markets can do. We can move, market can move from this zone here to the upside. Now, what can you see here now? This is that weekly zone I marked out for you guys. This is another weekly zone I marked out for you guys right here now. Can you see that when markets returned towards the weekly level, we started pushing down? It means that we are drawn on liquidity is where price is highly likely headed to next in the market. Like when I'm in Nigeria and I'm moving to the UK. UK is my draw on liquidity. In my Nigeria, I packed my bags, moved to the airport to board what a plane to England. UK, I draw on liquidity now. Then what I can expect there's what we call obstacles. It's not a one way. It's not a one-way ticket to the UK. You pass some African countries and some oceans, we can reach here and manipulate to the offside. So now, what the 4 hour now, the 4 hour now right here now, 4 hour is currently in a downtrend. Then what? I have my liquidity level close to another block right here. But other block validating fair value gap right here about forming. We anticipate a fair value gap when this 4 hour candle closes. See, look at when it's going to close 3 hours time. We anticipate what sells. We anticipate fair value gap to validate this now. So we're gonna find tomorrow. I'll go to the 30 minutes time frame and find other block levels that will find a way to sell to what this draw on liquidity right here. So that's what we expect. Are we gonna be finding any buys on S&P 500 tomorrow? No, we are looking for what sells in the market. Sells, finding other blocks from the 1 hour, which I'm gonna be what I will send out to. So me, I don't currently trade S&P 500. Well, people have asked so much about it. I'm gonna be sending it on this my general group. So this general group is totally for free to join. I post my trade ideas. You can go back and check my trades I've been posting since, and you check the win rate and whether it's something you want to be taking. You see my losses. So I'm gonna be dropping the link to this Telegram channel right now. I want to drop the link now. Let me get it. Looking at this will help you make certain trading decisions. Taking my own analysis. And you see, like now in S&P 500, there's no reason you should be buying. There's no reason you should be buying S&P 500 when everything is saying the same thing. So I want to drop the so I just posted the Telegram link, general group link. So join. Group link. We should pin it for everybody. So yeah, so click on it to join. So someone here just said that I should talk about US 30. We've talked about S&P 500, USD JPY, what to expect. So if you've not watched it, go back and rewatch this live. We've talked about gold, what we expect tomorrow, the criterias. What else have we talked about? BTC USD. Let's look at what we expect on US 30. So now the how does the idea behind US 30? Now US 30 is 30 top 30 companies in the United States, including Tesla, the Apple, what top 30 companies now. So again, what these are companies people invest in. So is investing in S&P 500 or US 30, which one is preferable? S&P 500 is preferable because of what? In the last 30 years, S&P 500 have been going up. So they created this company rather than investing in individual stocks, that you should invest in what gathering of many stocks now. So now, why I mentioned S&P 500 together with this now is these guys correlate. If S&P 500 is moving down, US 30 is moving down. If this S&P 500 is going up, US 30 is going up. Which other pair do you think correlates with US 30? Drop it at the comment section. So now, let me start from the monthly on starting. Once you're done with this US 30, since there's no other pair someone you people are seeing to for me to check out, we're gonna be ending the live after this US starting. I see what S&P 500 has been what's going up now. What we currently what swept this level. Let me zoom here. So you see clearly. What did we see happen here now? We swept a low before what going to make a break of market structure on the monthly time frame. Not only we swept a low, we swept two lows now. If you've watching my YouTube videos on the channel, you understand how I talk about the reason why this sweep happens now. So now, let me know whether you do this and give this video a thumbs up as well, whether you do this now. What? When you buy from here, where will you move your stop loss to break even? Let's say you buy from here, your stop loss will be here. When it's in profit, you move it towards break even here. Again, what people that bought from here all moved their stop loss to break even here. Same with people that bought from here now. So this sweep means that we swept the whole what sellers in the market. Let me make you understand this. When you buy here now, your stop loss market order is a buy order. Sorry, your entry is a buy order. Then your stop loss is what? A sell market order. Sell in the market. So this market coming to sweep here now means that it cleared out your whole liquidity. Any sign of sellers in the market is only buy liquidities. The instructions when these guys want to buy, they what? They want to take out sellers so that it will give them the ability to buy. It's not that it is their fault. It's because of they deal with large amount of orders now. They want to in the order book, they want it to be filled in for them. So look at how this thing works now. You get your money, cash, you move to the bank, and you deposit it into the bank. From the bank, you transfer it, make a transfer to your broker. Your broker receives it, then you and make an account for you now. Then, how can you access the financial institutions? Those orders they give to you. That is how you can use your money or your liquidity. Liquidity is equals to money. So now, whenever you wanna use buy limit order, buy market order, stop market order, it's actually you using that money you transferred, that liquidity. So the institutions they see your liquidity and they want to take out those your orders. Let me say I want to buy here. Let me just give you the example as I'm showing you guys now. I want to buy here. This is my what buy limit order here now. That's what I will put in my what you are pressing in your broker app. Then what will be here? Sell market order. Can you see that? The institutions manipulating price here what clears out the wholesalers in the market. So now, heading on now we have two ranges we are looking out for. A low and a high. Look at what the weekly is doing. Now, weekly now, currently now, retraced 50% of this movement before breaking a structural level. So now, can you see how I'm minimizing these levels? Okay, from the 4 hour. Can you see that when we got to this low here now, but market started pushing up? Note, made induced this level, came, other moved up 50%. Boom. Now, we have this low here now. Well, we've gotten to a liquidity level now. So it means that we're expecting buys. If I'm to send out now, if I'm sending out a straight up now, what can you see that now? In the market now, if we don't go way below this low here now, this particular low you are seeing here now, most of people have already tried buying here. Our market is coming to sweep them out. So if we don't close below this low here now, we are looking for buys in the market. Can you see that there's no reason you are looking for sales on US 30? So from the monthly, everything down, everything is telling you buy. So if we sweep this low, if we close below this low here now, I'll be looking for sell, but to be a short-term sell. But next 1 to 2 weeks we are looking for buys on US starting. Then if we end up not closing below this low, I'm gonna be looking for buys tomorrow on US starting. So now I'm gonna be ending this live here. So, and have any question, drop it here. I will be answering all of them. Also, the Telegram link will be linked here as well, so that you join and follow as I trade live. That will be all, guys. I will see you guys next we meet.